Next, I will teach you how to crochet a 12-petal daisy. The colors we will use are purple, yellow, and green. For regular crochet, light purple is fine. Today, I'm using lavender purple. This makes the stitches clearer. Let's start by crocheting the first round. For the first round, take your yarn. Hold the yarn at the end. Extend your palm. Wrap the yarn from above. Then wrap it around your index finger. Then, wrap it around the middle finger. Wrap it back around the middle finger. Then press the yarn down. For this, use a 2.0 crochet hook. Insert the hook from below. Pull the yarn through. Make one chain stitch. Here is another demo of chain stitch. Now I will demo how to crochet a chain stitch. Here, use a chain stitch as the foundation chain. First, make a chain stitch. A chain stitch is the foundation chain. If you are going to make single crochet, next, one chain stitch as the foundation chain is enough. If you need to make a half double crochet, you need to make 2 chain stitches as the foundation chain. For a double crochet, make 3 chain stitches. For a double crochet, as the foundation make 3 chain stitches as the foundation chain, and so on. The taller the stitch, the more chain stitches you need for the foundation chain. Three chain stitches are the foundation chain for a double crochet. A double crochet requires a yarn over. Insert the hook into the stitch and bring the yarn over. There are 3 loops on the hook. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Then pull the yarn through the last 2 loops. A double crochet height requires 2 yarn overs. So you need to make 3 chain stitches as the foundation chain. Remove 3 chain stitches. Change to 2 chain stitches. This is the foundation chain for a half double crochet. For a half double crochet, yarn over. Insert the hook into the stitch. Bring the yarn out of the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Pull the yarn through all 3 loops. Pull through all 3 loops at once. A half double crochet is shorter than a double crochet, but taller than a single crochet. So you need to make 2 chain stitches as the foundation chain. Now remove the loop and make a single crochet. A single crochet only needs 1 chain stitch as the foundation chain. Make 1 chain stitch. Let's get back. After making the chain stitch, crochet 6 single crochets. For single crochet, insert the hook into the ring. Insert the hook from below. Pull the yarn through. Then, wrap the yarn. Here is another demo of single crochet. For a single crochet, bring the hook to the middle. Do not yarn over. Insert the hook into the stitch. Bring the yarn through with the hook. There are 2 loops on the hook. Pull the yarn through both loops. This is how to make a single crochet. Let's get back. This is the first stitch. One single crochet. Once the first stitch is made, mark the stitch with a stitch marker. Here is another demo of where to place a marker. When making single crochet, have double crochet and double crochet. They all form a V-shaped stitch when viewed from the side. The first stitch after the foundation chain is the first stitch of the round. If you can't find this stitch, place a marker after making the first stitch. Place a marker at the first stitch. Where to place the marker? Where to place the marker? The V-shaped stitch when viewed from the side. When crocheting, go through the entire V-shaped stitch. When placing the marker, also go through the entire V-shaped stitch. The V-shaped stitch when viewed from the side. Place the marker by going through the entire V-shaped stitch. Next time, use the first stitch. Insert at the marker position. This is how to find the first stitch and place a marker. You might wonder, after making the first stitch and forming the V-shape, there is actually another V-shape in front. Why is the first stitch the one with the marker, and not the previous V-shape? Before making the first single crochet, make a foundation chain first. The foundation chain is not counted in the total stitch count. The foundation chain and the slip stitch at the end of each round are not counted. At the end of each round, make a slip stitch. Then, for the second round, make a foundation chain. These two stitches are not counted. Start counting stitches from the first stitch after the foundation chain. So place the marker at the first stitch, and not at the V-shape from the slip stitch. Let's get back. Pass the marker through the small loop. For the second stitch, insert the hook from below. Pull the yarn through. Then, pull the yarn through again. This makes 2 stitches. Insert the hook from below. Pull the yarn through. Then pull the yarn through, making 3 stitches. This makes 2 loops for 1 stitch. 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3 stitches. Continue crocheting. Six. Once you've crocheted 6 stitches, pull the yarn in tight. Once tightened, mark the position of the first stitch. Make a slip stitch. Here is another demo of split stitch. In this episode, we will learn how to make a slip stitch. Using the magic ring to start the piece. At the end of each round, make a slip stitch to join the last stitch to the first stitch. To connect the whole piece into a ring. After completing the stitch count for the first round. Now, let's make a slip stitch. First, find the first stitch of this round. The first stitch is marked with a stitch marker. This is the first stitch. To make a slip stitch, draw the loop to the middle of the hook. Use your right index finger to hold the loop. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Pass through the first stitch at the marked spot. When making a slip stitch, go through the V-shaped stitch. Penetrate the V-shaped stitch. Bring the yarn with the hook. Pull the yarn out through the first stitch. After pulling out, there are 2 loops on the hook. Bring the second loop onto the hook. Pull it through the original loop on the hook. Tighten the loop by repeatedly pulling. The slip stitch is completed. Connect the last stitch to the first stitch to form a circle. This is a slip stitch. Let's get back. When making the slip stitch, pull the yarn through directly. Don't pull the yarn after the stitch is made. Simply pull the yarn through directly. After pulling, chain 1. After each round, you must make a slip stitch and chain 1. This will be the starting stitch for the next round. The second round consists of 6 increases. For the 6 increases, you crochet 2 stitches into 1 stitch. The first stitch is inserted into the base of the chain stitch. Insert the hook just below the standing stitch. Crochet the first stitch. Then crochet another stitch in the same stitch. This is 1 increase. Here is another demo of increase. In this video, I will teach you how to make an increase in single crochet. An increase in single crochet means making 1 single crochet, then adding another single crochet. It means adding 1 single crochet on the current basis. Making 2 stitches in 1 stitch is called an increase in single crochet. So how do you make an increase in single crochet? Normally, you make 1 stitch in 1 stitch. This is the regular way of crocheting. For an increase, you make 2 stitches in 1 stitch. This is called an increase. Making 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. This is an increase in single crochet. If it is an increase in double crochet, it means making 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. An increase means making 2 stitches in 1 stitch. Changing 1 stitch into 2 stitches. This is called an increase. Let me demonstrate again. Make 1 stitch in 1 stitch. Enter the same stitch again and make another stitch. This is called an increase. Making 2 stitches in 1 stitch is called an increase. 1 stitch in 1 stitch. This is the regular way of crocheting. Now we are making single crochet. 1 stitch in 1 stitch. Making 2 stitches in 1 stitch is called an increase. Let's get back. Continue crocheting in the next stitch. Into the next stitch, crochet 2 stitches to make 6 increases. Crochet 2 stitches into the same stitch. We have crocheted 3 stitches now. 1, 2, 3 stitches. Now crochet 3 increases. 1 stitch. Crochet another stitch into the same stitch. This is the next stitch. 5 increases. 6 increases. For the second round, crochet 6 increases. To make an increase, crochet 2 stitches into the same stitch. Now, let's start the first stitch. Insert the hook below the standing stitch to begin. One stitch. Once the first stitch is made, mark it with a stitch marker. Then crochet another stitch in the same stitch. This forms 1 increase. This is 1 increase. Then continue in the second stitch. Crochet 1 stitch. Crochet another stitch in the same stitch. Second and third stitches. Crochet another stitch into the same stitch. This is the fourth stitch. This is the fifth stitch. This is the sixth stitch. After completing 6 increases, make a slip stitch at the position of the first stitch, then remove the stitch marker. Make a slip stitch at the position of the first stitch, then pull the yarn through. Pull the yarn again. Once the yarn is pulled through, crochet 1 standing stitch. The second round is complete. Now let's start the third round. In the third round, we will start crocheting the petals. The petals are made by creating 9 chain stitches. 9 chain stitches. This is a standing stitch. Then, based on this, crochet 9 chain stitches. Make 9 chain stitches by wrapping and pulling the yarn. This is 1 chain stitch. 2 chain stitches, wrap and pull the yarn. 3 chain stitches, wrap and pull the yarn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After crocheting the 9 chain stitches, next, Crochet from the 4th stitch backward.